Hello, this is Steve with Steve's Guitar Tips. Today we're going to go over how to play the 12-bar basic blues pattern. Now to play the pattern, you're going to start with your 1 chord. In this case, we're going to be playing the key of A, so our 1 chord will be an A. Our 4 chord is going to be a D. Our 5 chord will be an E. So it starts like this. You play your 1 chord for 4 bars, which is your A. Then we're going to go to our D, which is our 4 chord, for 2 bars. Then we'll return to our A for 2 bars. Then we're going to play our E for 1 bar, then our D for 1 bar, and then we'll return to our A for 2 bars. So I'm going to give you an example here. We're going to play a little bit. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So that's your very basic pattern. Now that's just strumming it one time as we did. Now you can make something more interesting. We could do something like this. You're not limited to just playing a boring 1 strum. You can do a lot of different types of little rhythms to go along with this, but the pattern stays the same. Now, a little trick here, you can basically go through and you can actually determine with this little trick how to know what the 1, 4, and 5 chord are very quickly. You kind of saw my example when I started here. I was playing the key of A, which is on the 5th fret. I was playing an E form bar chord. Now to do that, you basically play on the 5th fret, you bar the whole thing with your 1st finger. Then you're going to add to that an E form. So then you're going to drop down to your A string, and on the 7th fret, you'll put your 3rd finger. And your 4th finger will be also on the 7th fret, on the D string. Then on the G string, on the 6th fret, you'll have your 2nd finger. So all together it'll sound like this. Then you're going to go to an A form bar chord off your 5th string on your A string. And that will be made by making a bar from the A string down. Then you're going to make a 2nd bar on your 7th fret, and it's going to be from the D string down. And then when you get to the very high E string, you're going to put down just enough to mute it so you don't hear that. So all together we have this. Okay, then to make that an E, we're just going to shift it down to the 7th fret. So we got D and E. And then of course we have our A. So the pattern, the way it works here is if you do start off the 6th string or the low E string, you're going to have 1 chord followed by your 4 chord, which is right below it, in an A form. And then if you go 2 down to where the E would be on the 7th fret, that's your 5 chord. Now you can move this pattern up and down on X. So let's say I want to start in the key of G. Say I want to go down a little further here. I want to say a C. But you notice the pattern is the same, remains the same all the way down. So once you learn it one way, you can just shift it around and you're still playing it. Now say you want to start on your A string. So say I want to play in the key of D, which would be on my 5th fret on my A string, root note. Play that. Okay, I want to play in the key of D. My next 2 chords, my 4 and 5, are going to be a G and an A. To get those, I have to basically shift up to the 3rd fret. I play my E form, bar chord, and then that is my G. I shift it down 2 frets to the 5th fret. That's an A. So I have D, 4 is the G, the 5 is the A. That same pattern works all the way down again. So if I want to play in the key of E, I'll start on my 7th fret. A, 5th fret, B on the 7th fret. So I have my 1 chord, my 4 chord, and my 5 chord.